Welcome to Expedition Essence. Today we journey into the heart of chaos, into the inferno. California is on fire. Again, 2025, a year marked by devastation, by loss, by the wrath of nature. We're here to witness, to understand, to learn. We will explore the why, the how, the impact. This is not just about flames, it's about lives, about our planet. California, the Golden State, but a state forged in fire. Wildfires are not new here, they are a part of its story. 2025 is different, it's worse. The fires are bigger, hotter, more destructive. They consume everything in their path. Homes, businesses, memories gone, reduced to ash. The air is thick with smoke. The sky, a hazy orange. This is the reality of climate change, of our warming planet. And it's a reality we can no longer ignore. Pacific Palisades, a haven for the rich and famous, ocean views, luxury homes, but even paradise is not safe. The flames have arrived, they dance across the hillsides, unstoppable, relentless. They threaten to consume everything. Lives are turned upside down, homes are evacuated. Fear and uncertainty grip the community. This is the human cost of wildfire. We will hear their stories, see the devastation through their eyes, and understand the true impact of this disaster. California, a land of beauty, of opportunity, but also a land of fire. Wildfires have always been a part of its story. Native Americans understood. They used fire to manage the land, to regenerate, to live in harmony with nature. Then came progress. Settlements grew, forests were cleared, the balance shifted, wildfires intensified, the Griffith Park Fire, the Oakland Hills Fire, the Cedar Fire. Names etched in history, reminders of nature's power, each fire a lesson learned and forgotten. The Earth is warming, our climate is changing, and California is on the front lines of a crisis. Droughts are longer, temperatures are hotter, the land is drier, a tinderbox waiting to ignite. Add wind to the equation, the Santa Ana winds, fierce, unpredictable. They whip through canyons, spreading flames at an alarming rate. These are the ingredients of disaster, a recipe for destruction. And in 2025 it reached a boiling point. Wildfires are natural, part of a healthy ecosystem, but we have disrupted that balance. Our forests are overgrown, fuel for the flames. Climate change exacerbates the problem, creating a vicious cycle. We have built our homes, our lives in harm's way, on the edge of wilderness, inviting disaster. These are not just wildfires, they are megafires, unprecedented in scale, fueled by our actions, by our inaction. The cost of progress is high. Too high, we have built empires, but at what cost? The air we breathe is thick with smoke. Our health is at risk. The environment is scarred. Wildlife displaced. Habitats destroyed. The delicate balance of nature shattered. We must ask ourselves, is this sustainable? Can we continue on this path? Or will we be consumed by the flames? The answer lies ahead, in the ashes, and in our actions. 2025, not a year of sudden disaster, but a slow, creeping dread, a buildup, a perfect storm brewing, years of drought, record-breaking heat. California was tinder, waiting for the match, waiting to explode. The Santa Ana winds, a yearly visitor. But this year, they were different, stronger, more relentless, fanning the flames. A sense of inevitability hung in the air, thick, heavy, like the smoke that would soon engulf the state. Climate change, no longer a distant threat, but a present danger, a reality. The Earth is getting hotter, drier, California a prime target. Its Mediterranean climate, once desirable, now a liability. Hotter temperatures mean longer fire seasons, drier vegetation, more fuel for the flames, a vicious cycle. The consequences are dire, ecosystems disrupted, air quality plummeting, lives lost, homes destroyed. We have built our dream. On the edge of a nightmare, the wildland-urban interface, where homes meet wilderness, Pacific Palisades, Malibu, affluent enclaves, vulnerable to nature's fury. No amount of wealth can hold back a wildfire. As populations grow, we push further into wildlands, building homes, creating risks, inviting disaster. These communities, once havens, now tinderboxes, waiting for a spark. Forests, the lungs of our planet, but even they can become weapons, fueling the flames. Years of fire suppression, well-intentioned but with unintended consequences. Forests became overgrown, unnaturally dense, a buildup of fuel waiting to be ignited, a recipe for megafires, hotter, more destructive. We must find a balance between protecting our forests and preventing catastrophic wildfires. The conditions were ripe, the stage was set. All it took was a spark to ignite the inferno, a downed power line, a carelessly discarded cigarette, a lightning strike, even a gender reveal party gone wrong. Human negligence, combined with the forces of nature, a deadly combination. Once ignited, the fire spread with terrifying speed, fueled by dry vegetation, pushed by the relentless wind. There was no stopping it. The 2025 California wildfires had begun. It arrived without warning, a wall of fire, swallowing the horizon, turning day into night. Pacific Palisades, no longer a haven, paradise lost, engulfed in a sea of flames. The air grew thick, hot, difficult to breathe, the smell of smoke, acrid, unmistakable. Panic set in, sirens wailed, the roar of the fire, a deafening symphony of destruction. Evacuation orders came, too late for some, trapped by the inferno, their fate uncertain. The firestorm raged, leaving scars on the land, on the soul, images of devastation, forever etched in memory. Mansions, once symbols of wealth and luxury, reduced to ashes, skeletal remains against a backdrop of charred earth. Cars melted and twisted, ghosts of their former selves, a testament to the fire's unforgiving heat. And everywhere the silence, broken only by the crackling of embers and the wind whispering through the ruins. Stories of survival, of loss, whispered through tears, etched in the lines on their faces. We lost everything. A simple statement, heavy with grief. A lifetime of memories gone. I ran with just the clothes on my back, the terror still fresh in their eyes, in their voice. We will rebuild. A flicker of hope amidst the ashes, the indomitable spirit of humanity. Their stories, a stark reminder of the human cost of wildfire, of the fragility of life. On the front lines, heroes in the heat of battle, facing down the inferno, risking their lives to save others. Their faces grimed with soot, eyes bloodshot, exhaustion etched on their features, but their resolve unshaken. They battle not just flames, but fatigue, dehydration, the constant threat of shifting winds, of sudden flare-ups. Every life saved, a victory, every home protected, a testament to their courage, their sacrifice. They are the last line of defense between us and the inferno. The fire is out, leaving behind a landscape scarred, a community in mourning, but amidst the ashes hope flickers. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers lending a hand, the human spirit, unbroken, undeterred. The long road to recovery begins, rebuilding lives, rebuilding homes, rebuilding a community. From the ashes, new life will rise. Scars will remain, a reminder of the power of nature and the resilience of the human spirit. Pacific Palisades, forever changed, but not broken. The flames subsided, but the terror remained. A new enemy emerged, invisible, insidious. Smoke, a suffocating blanket engulfing California from the coast to the mountains. No escape. The air quality plummeted, hazardous to breathe. Masks, once a symbol of a pandemic, now a shield against the smoke. Hospitals overflowed, respiratory illnesses soared. The most vulnerable, the elderly, the young, struggling to breathe. The smoke traveled, crossing state lines. a stark reminder that climate change knows no boundaries. Section 2, Nature's Displacement, a silent exodus. The fires raged, and the animals fled, their homes destroyed, their world upended, deer with singed fur, birds with nowhere to land, forced into a desperate search for food, for water, for survival. The lucky ones escaped, the unlucky ones perished, their bodies left behind, a grim testament to the fire's toll, ecosystems disrupted, food chains broken, the delicate balance of nature thrown into chaos. The fires may be out, but the impact on wildlife will be felt for generations. Section 3, the price tag of disaster, an economic reckoning. Wildfires have become an increasingly frequent and devastating phenomenon, leaving behind a trail of destruction that extends far beyond the immediate flames. The economic implications are profound and far-reaching. The cost of the wildfires is immense. It's not just the immediate damage that we see in the charred remains of homes and businesses. The financial toll is staggering, measured not just in lives lost, which is the most heartbreaking aspect, but also in the economic impact that ripples through communities and states. The dollars and cents add up to a staggering sum. The financial burden is immense, affecting not just those directly impacted but also the broader economy. Billions of dollars in property damage, homes, businesses, and critical infrastructure are reduced to ashes. The rebuilding process is long and arduous, reduced to rubble. The once thriving communities now face the daunting task of rebuilding from the ground up. Tourism, a vital part of many local economies, is severely impacted. A cornerstone of California's economy, decimated. The smoke-filled skies serve as a deterrent to visitors, leading to a sharp decline in tourism revenue. Insurance claims have skyrocketed, and many businesses have been forced to close their doors. Jobs are lost, and the economic ripple effects are felt far and wide. The impact is felt statewide and even nationwide. The cost of rebuilding and recovery is enormous. Communities come together to support each other, but the financial burden is shared by all. Relief efforts are crucial, and government officials work tirelessly to develop and implement recovery plans. The road to recovery is long and requires significant resources and coordination. The charred landscapes and somber community meetings serve as a stark reminder of the price of inaction. The economic reckoning is a call to action for better preparedness and more robust response strategies to mitigate the devastating effects of wildfires in the future. Section 4, Scars on the Land, Shadows on the Future. The title itself evokes a sense of foreboding, a stark reminder of the devastation that has unfolded. The fires have left their mark. Not just a physical mark on the landscape, but an emotional and psychological one on the people who call this place home. The once lush forests, now reduced to charred remnants, tell a story of destruction and loss, on the land, on the people. The scars are everywhere. In the blackened earth, in the hollowed-out homes, in the eyes of the survivors who walk through the ashes of their former lives. Each step they take is a step through a painful memory. Scars that will take generations to heal. The charred trees, the blackened earth, a constant reminder. These are not just scars on the land, but on the collective psyche of the community. The landscape may eventually recover, but the emotional wounds will linger, of the inferno that swept through. The emotional toll. The flames that consumed everything in their path also ignited a fire within the hearts of those affected. A fire of grief, of loss, of a desperate need to rebuild and recover. On those who lost loved ones, homes, livelihoods, the invisible scars, the trauma, the pain of losing everything in a matter of moments is indescribable. The community is left to pick up the pieces, to find a way to move forward despite the overwhelming sense of loss. The 2025 California wildfires, a wake-up call, a stark reminder. These fires were not just a natural disaster but a call to action. They highlighted the urgent need for better fire prevention measures, for more resources to be allocated to firefighting efforts, and for communities to come together in the face of adversity, of the fragility of our existence. The future, uncertain. The wildfires have shown us just how vulnerable we are, how quickly everything we hold dear can be taken away. The future is uncertain, but it is also a blank canvas, a chance to rebuild, to create something new from the ashes. But one thing is clear. The resilience of the human spirit, the determination to rebuild, to recover, to come back stronger than before. The community has come together, volunteers have poured in from all over, and slowly but surely, the landscape is beginning to heal. We cannot afford to repeat the mistakes of the past. The lessons learned from these wildfires must be heeded. We must take action to prevent future disasters, to protect our communities, and to ensure that the scars on the land and the shadows on the future are not in vain. Section 1. From the ashes. The smoke has cleared, the ashes settle. The landscape, once vibrant and full of life, now lies in a somber silence. The aftermath of a wildfire is a stark reminder of nature's power and our vulnerability. But within this silence there is a whisper of hope, a promise of renewal. The 2025 California Wildfires, a year that will be etched in our memories forever. The flames raged with an intensity that was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Entire communities were engulfed and the skies turned an ominous shade of orange. The scale of destruction was unprecedented, leaving behind a trail of devastation that stretched for miles. A tragedy, a turning point. We've witnessed the ferocity, the indiscriminate destruction, the human cost. Families displaced, homes reduced to rubble, and dreams shattered. The emotional toll on those affected is immeasurable. Yet amidst the ruins there is a collective resolve to rebuild, to rise from the ashes stronger than before. This is our wake-up call, a moment of reckoning. We must confront the reality of our changing world. The wildfires are not just a natural disaster, they are a symptom of a larger problem. Our planet is sending us a message, and it is imperative that we listen. We cannot ignore climate change. The science is clear. Rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and unpredictable weather patterns are contributing to the frequency and intensity of wildfires. It is a global crisis that demands immediate action. Scientists and researchers are working tirelessly to understand the complexities of our changing climate, but their efforts alone are not enough. We cannot continue to build without consideration. We cannot afford complacency. Our approach to urban planning and construction must evolve. Building in wildfire-prone areas without adequate safeguards is a recipe for disaster. We need to adopt smarter, more resilient building practices that can withstand the challenges posed by our changing environment. The future is not written. It's in our hands. We must adapt, we must innovate, we must act. Advances in firefighting technology, community planning, and early warning systems are crucial. By leveraging technology and fostering collaboration, we can mitigate the impact of future wildfires. It is a collective effort that requires the participation of every individual, community, and government. This is a call to action, to stand together in the face of adversity, to support our firefighters who risk their lives to protect us, to educate ourselves and our communities about fire prevention and safety measures. Awareness and preparedness can make a significant difference in reducing the risk and impact of wildfires, to prevent the next inferno, to protect our communities, to safeguard our planet. Simple actions like creating defensible space around homes, using fire-resistant materials, and participating in community fire drills can save lives and property. It is our responsibility to take proactive steps to reduce the threat of wildfires. From the ashes, we rise. Nature has an incredible ability to heal and regenerate. New growth emerges from the charred ground, symbolizing resilience and renewal. Communities come together, united by a shared purpose. The process of rebuilding is not just about restoring what was lost, but about creating a stronger, more resilient future. Stronger, more resilient. We learn from our experiences and adapt to new challenges. Infrastructure is rebuilt with a focus on sustainability and resilience. Communities are fortified against future threats. The spirit of resilience is embodied in every effort to rebuild and recover. Join us, like this video, subscribe to Expedition Essence. Be a part of the movement to understand and address the challenges posed by wildfires. Together we can make a difference. By staying informed and engaged, we can contribute to a safer, more sustainable future. Let's explore, understand, dive deep into the causes and effects of wildfires. Learn about the latest research and innovations in wildfire prevention and management. Knowledge is power, and by educating ourselves, we can be better prepared to face the challenges ahead and act together. Collective action is the key to overcoming the threat of wildfires. By working together, we can implement effective strategies to prevent and manage wildfires. Join hands with your community, support local initiatives, and be a part of the solution. Together, we can rise from the ashes and build a brighter, more resilient future.